You probably clicked on this video because you wanted to start dropshipping, right? But you're trying to do, you're trying to do all these research and you're looking up YouTube videos and trying to learn all these things about dropshipping and to see, I guess, who is a good guru to follow, what course to buy, and all these other things. And, you've spent probably years and hours searching dropshipping and all these other courses and stuff, and you still haven't started yet. You feel like you've been doing all this work, right? All this research, but you're still at a point where you haven't even made your own website, you haven't even made your own, TikTok video yet, or you haven't made your first ad yet. You clearly haven't started. And what's stopping you? Well, I believe a lot of it comes down to the fear of a lot of things. The fear of starting, the fear, always wanting to be a perfectionist. In my opinion, I've also gone through the same thing as you. I also spent many, many years researching on what the best side hustle is to do, which guru is the best to follow, and all these other things. But then I never actually did the work. I never actually, sat down and actually did it. I learned it and I tried to, learn all these things, and I thought, it's easy. Like anyone can do this. But truth be told, doing all that research isn't starting yet. Starting is actually doing. And one of the biggest things for me was, I think at some point I was probably a perfectionist, and I see perfectionism as, a big thing with a lot of people I know and surround myself with. Like a lot of my friends are, I would say, perfectionists, or they want to be perfectionists. And so therefore that stops you from doing what you want to achieve or wanting to start, because you don't want to put something out if it's not good because of the fear of judgment. And that was something that I realized kind of early this year and end of last year was the fear of judgment that I had, leading to being wanting to be a perfectionist and all these things. For me, I think one of the biggest things that I had always, I guess, had an issue with was the fear of judgment. And I think everyone has, to a degree, a fear of judgment. That's just like human nature. It's human nature to have this fear of judgment. You don't want your peers, you don't want people around you to judge you. And we get this kind of, we gain this kind of feeling and thought because of school, right? We all grew up in an environment in school where if you did something weird or you did something really stupid, everyone around you would judge you and bully you. And, obviously, to prevent that from happening, you gained this fear of judgment to do things so that other people won't judge you, to be normal and act like everyone else and do what everyone else does so that you can be normal. But the truth is, why should you do what other people are doing if it's not what you want, right? You're doing it just so that you won't have people talk shit about you and, laugh at you and all these things. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with people who want to do dropshipping but don't do it. Because there is this stigma around dropshipping where, it's kind of scammy, it's kind of cringe, and it's kind of whoever does dropshipping, they're trying to, be this kind of person and, be some sort of thing. And there's just this stigma around that of dropshipping. And most of the times when it comes to your fear of judgment, you feel that way because you also judge other people the same. So, for example, for myself, I always had a fear of judgment with dropshipping, especially showing people on social media like me and my face doing dropshipping. Like, I didn't want other people that I knew to see me doing it and to judge me, right? And the truth is because I also judge people who are doing dropshipping, and I think, oh, it's cringe. Like, this guy's trying to do dropshipping. Who does he think he is? Like, all these things. And I judge these people. And so therefore I have the same judgment of them to myself. And yeah, like, it comes in a circle. So if you look within yourself and you kind of think of why you're scared or afraid to do something. For example, this week, someone made a clip of me, right? And I thought it was crazy, right? Someone randomly that I have no idea who it was made a clip of me from one of my YouTube videos. I thought it was sick and I wanted to repost it. And I had this kind of doubt in myself, or not a doubt, but kind of, I wasn't sure if I wanted to post it on my Instagram story. And because I was scared, right? I was like scared of like people who I know, obviously on Instagram, will see me talking about dropshipping and see me being a YouTuber and, all these things. And I had like one of the biggest like fear of judgments at that point. And I realized within myself, I was like, why am I letting these people that are like, I don't really care that much about, control if I want to post or not? And I realized I was like, I need to stop having this kind of fear and consistent fear of judgment of posting videos of myself on my Instagram, and just do it. And so I just did it. And the craziest thing was like, normally when I post a story, get like a few hundred views, like nothing crazy, maybe like 200 views or something like that. But then I posted this one video, right, this clip of me on my story, and it got like heaps of views, like double what I usually get in terms of views on Instagram. I was like, what the hell happened? But yeah, like, it's crazy. And honestly, like, a lot of people that I knew replied and, had nothing but great to say, obviously. And I had this, constant thought on the back of my head that I had this fear of judgment. And so it just goes to show that your fear of judgment isn't real. Because when I posted that video, I was kind of scared, expecting people to like kind of talk shit, and I'm sure people did, but like, who cares? And at the end of the day, more people praise me for doing that than not doing it, right? So the fear of judgment and the fear you have to start dropshipping is all in your head. I swear to you, if you just try every day, you find something you're scared to do and you just try it and do it, eventually get to a point where you realize it's easier and you can just do it. So for yourself right now watching this, obviously you want to start dropshipping and you don't know what to do. First thing I would say is to buy a course. Any course, find someone you trust and just buy it. And, obviously I know a lot of people out there who do buy courses probably still won't stick to it. But you putting that extra mile and putting the step forward to tell yourself, I'm going to do it, I'm going to give it a go, and you're going to buy a course so you can try and at least learn whatever you can. And that is going to be your first step. And once you get there, your first step of buying a course and you kind of watch the videos and you learn like, it's actually doesn't seem that hard. Like, let's actually try it. That was exactly me. I bought my first course. I tried to follow everything that they did, and then I tried to do it, and I realized, it's actually not that bad. It's just that like, yeah, it took me like maybe like 12 hours to do all of the things that they were talking about in the videos, but it was because I was learning. So it took me a while, but then it wasn't hard. Like, doing it wasn't hard. It took time, but it wasn't hard. And so I think taking that first step and then realizing that it's actually not a difficult thing to do will open your eyes. Because one of the biggest things is like, you feel like it's hard because you haven't tried it or you don't know what it's actually like. And so it feels difficult to start and do. But if you put that first step forward, it can become so much easier. So yeah, I hope you guys maybe got something out of this video, and maybe it's gotten you to think about starting, and it's gotten you to think about the fears you have in life that have stopped you from doing the things that you want to do. And one of the things is, obviously the fear of judgment, right, has stopped you from reaching the full potential that you have. And also you being a perfectionist. I know most of you guys watching this are definitely thinking that you're a perfectionist, but you're not. And it's okay. Like, no one cares. And even if people do see it, your first few videos, no one's going to remember who you are. So it doesn't matter. Just put it out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. Gets me going with these daily videos. I've been pumping them out for almost 3 months now, every day. And I'm continuing doing it till the end of 2025. So yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.